Hey guys, it's Gracie. I just wanted to hop on today and talk about a verse that I feel like has spoken to me a lot during the whole pandemic thing, and just kind of explain why. I was reading my Bible the other day in Matthew 18. Really the whole passage was sticking out to me a ton, but Matthew 18:20 specifically, which says in ESV, "For where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am among them." And I feel like in the past several weeks, this verse has just been going through my head a lot, even before I ran across it when I was just having personal Jesus time. But I feel like throughout the years, I've just heard so many pastors and so many friends and just even myself just quote this passage. And I just think it's probably one of the scriptures that I've heard the most growing up. But through this pandemic, I've just felt like the Father is really breathing on it. And I just kind of wanted to explain why. So if you go to verse 15 of Matthew 18 and then you read all the way down to 20, you'll see that the context of this passage isn't just when there's an empty prayer meeting or when, service, the number is low. It's like, oh, well, no matter what, where there are two or more of us, like Jesus is with us. The context is actually that when we're having hard conversations with fellow believers or just really struggling with painful and hurtful conversations, that Jesus is with us, and that we can find comfort in knowing that the Father is still present even though the situation might feel painful. And I just think that's really cool that this passage is so versatile that it can span across so many different contexts, that it can be, okay, well, yeah, Jesus is there when there's an empty prayer meeting or a sermon that, not a lot of people have heard, but the Lord is still present in there. But I was reading it the other day, and I think a lot of people, we're quarantined with our families, we're in close proximity, and normally we aren't with our families as long as we are right now. Normally there's school or work or somewhere that people are going, and maybe that's not happening right now. And so I was sitting in the living room with my whole family, and I just this passage, I just read it, and it was we were in week 5 of quarantine, so this was a week and a half ago, and I just felt the Father say I'm present right here in this moment. So in the moment where my brother and I had just argued, and my parents were kind of fed up with us arguing because we haven't been living in the house since we were left for college, I just felt the Lord said I'm present in this moment too. And so I was just thinking I feel the Lord, I know that the Lord is just present in all these different moments, in the places where we wouldn't normally think the Lord is moving here. So yeah, I just feel it's really important to remember that the Father is sitting with us in these small moments, in the moments that don't feel very significant, in the moments that feel we're frustrated, or that kind of just hurt. I feel the Father is sitting with the families huddling over FaceTime, saying goodbye to members that they're losing to the coronavirus, saying goodbye for the last time. And the Father is sitting with the pastors and their wives who are recording sermons for the first time to upload on YouTube that they've never done before, because they've always preached in their church buildings. And that's just so significant to me, because for so long, I just, where two or more are gathered, the Lord is there. And that verse has gone through my head growing up, but I didn't really take into consideration the context of it. While it's awesome that the Lord is with us, in the super great moments, the Lord is with us every single day. And so even though this pandemic is, we don't know when it's going to end, and it's not super certain, and it's kind of scary, and, being out of work hurts, and not being able to see your friends is painful, the Lord is still moving, and the Lord is still active in this season. And I just think it's so important to remember that.